guys, let's get this thing started. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So NC State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, one-sided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. They go to the ground. He breaks the tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So Duke's offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like to show it.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse. You don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Cobb. Hauls it in. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Split backs here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the the sticks. It's Jolly. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Blue Devils have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Duke. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. The offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Darasol. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Fast completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Willie Head. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. On the run, still looking. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
NC State going up tempo.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting the whole drive together. A good response from punt last drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guys backwards and make some holes?
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He wants it all. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Hardy. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And the Duke up. It's back out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job at play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to you.
Looking downfield, it's Cobb. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Gives it on the option. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week. He'll kick it 4 times. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC's going to give him the ball support.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got a little space. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. They'll try it over the left side. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They just gassed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Fung. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Catch in the middle is Thomas. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback. And
he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. The Blue Devils want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Runs from the tackle. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Dropping back, it's Cobb. Quickly out to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Immediately fires in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got his man.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the ball is free on the pitch. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He gets a hand on it. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs.
And how about the speed by that defender coming off the edge to block that field goal? Wow.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll pull it on the read. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
When he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And he's dragged down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding it? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speed.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them.
There he goes! Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Back to throw, it's Cobb. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And don't forget, they've already had a field goal block. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Quick spin on the run. Quarterback gets the 1st down. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Get all you can, then get down with the slide. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hardy. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the 1st half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Looking to pass. It's Cobb. There's the pressure. Trying to get rid of it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Offense in a split backfield. He leaves it with his back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling.
Breaks into the open. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Funk. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got enough space. Touchdown, NC State. And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Quarterback now breaking the field. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you've got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the kick.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. And unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Yeah, and Listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll operate out of split backs. Right back to it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Under fire. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Facing connection. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and fires complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the running back has it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing.
Gonna take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Give to the running back. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Looking for a man. It's Cobb. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Blue Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Lost a throw again. Fires into the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Funk. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous 1st down.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fields the punt and looking for Dale. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blue Devils have this offense rolling. Unloads quickly. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Duke! And they take it in for 6 more points. Back to throw, it's Cobb. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a 2-possession game, down 15.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Here's a heat. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Snagged in the middle. It's Marco. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll snap it from the 28. In field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Tough, hard-nosed run. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to LSU. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They mark it at the 29. Back to throw. It's Cobb. Pumps it downfield. Right on the money. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's got it. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. The Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but